Okay, this is Michelle Powell. I am live. This is my third time. Hi, Ken. Thanks for jumping on. I am doing my third Periscope, and I'm going to try to see if I can get this thing to turn around. Okay, now I'm getting used to this, I think. Hello. This is Michelle Powell, in case you're tuning in for the first time. I am founder and CEO of Professional Manner, which is a business etiquette consulting firm. And tonight what I want to do is prepare you for work tomorrow, and that means helping you to get dressed. I recently did a workshop for an organization in Alabama, and we talked about professional dress. Apparently there were some mix-ups about what the dress code was or should be, and during their annual conference they wanted to address that. So what I'm going to do this evening is to begin a series for you on Periscope about professional image. Thank you for joining McGuire15. Please share a name so I can get used to those folks who are signing in. I appreciate that. And if you like the broadcast this evening, please show me with hearts to let me know I should continue in this vein. And also, please swipe up or sideways up. I'm not sure if you have an Android or an iPad, but click follow and also share, please. Thank you very much. So what I'm going to do is start by giving you a quiz. This is something that I like to do in my workshops, just to see where the learning curve needs to be, some areas that I want to make sure. Hi, Kenyatta. Thanks for joining in. I want to make sure that what I'm talking about is relevant, that you're already picking out some areas that you need to listen into if you don't get it right on the quiz, and also so that it will fuel some of the discussion. Blessings to you too. Thank you, Kenyatta. So again, our subject this evening is professional image and getting you dressed for work. So what I want to do is share with you, and forgive me, I'm going to have to put these on. I'm going to share with you the etiquette quiz that I gave in that last workshop. And also share with me, if you would please, if you're interested in the other subjects. What I'm going to do is break down this lesson plan. This is a copy of the workbook that we used. And what I want to pull out of here for this week, we're going to start with the quiz tonight. And I'm going to ask you to give me your answers on screen so we can go through them together. And then I want to pull out just a couple of the lessons from here during the week. So we will talk about how to build your professional wardrobe. What are some of the essential pieces that need to be in that? Some wardrobe mistakes to avoid. This is for men and women, so please use the share button and make sure that you share with your friends and family and those in your professional group. If they're not tuned in tonight, they can certainly watch it before they get dressed in the morning, or even tomorrow afternoon or evening. So I'm going to talk about how to build your professional wardrobe during this week, some wardrobe essentials, and also the litmus test. Should I wear that? There's some certain questions that you should ask yourself to help you answer that. A crisp white dress shirt, yes, absolutely. You're peeking at my quiz already, aren't you, Kenyatta? Okay. And so I will also share with you some wardrobe do's and don'ts, some fails and those that get you sales. I like to put it that way. And deciphering what business casual means, because that gets a lot of people in trouble. What does that really mean for your work environment? Yes, please keep the hearts coming. I really appreciate that. And also don't forget to follow, if you're new to my broadcast, to please follow @ProManner. And also to share this broadcast so that we can add to the group and get some more feedback on some of the workplace dilemmas. Okay, so let's start with our quiz here. And what I would like for you to do is I'm going to give you question number 1, and I'm going to make this easy. It's just true or false. So I want you to put 1-true or 1-false, whatever your answer is. Okay, and we'll see how well you do. So here go the glasses. All right, so the first question is, number 1, negative body language includes crossing arms, tightening your lips, looking away from the speaker, pointing, or covering a part of your face. That's question number 1. Is that true or false? Are those examples of negative body language? Now you might be thinking already, how does that have to do with dress? I'm going to talk about that. Remember, our subject is professional image. Okay, so it's not just about your dress, it's your entire presentation. So body language has a lot to do with that, okay? I see Kenyatta says number 1 is true. I'll read the question again. Number 1, true or false? Negative body language includes crossing arms, tightening lips, looking away from the speaker, pointing, covering a part of your face. Okay, Ken says true. Very good. And there's no shame if your answer isn't right. It's a learning experience. So those of you who are timid about putting your answers up on the screen, don't worry about it. Okay, I'm going to give you the right answer. And the right answer is true. Those are examples of negative body language. Okay, number 2, true or false? Undershirts should always be worn with a white or light colored dress shirt. Men, are you paying attention? Do you wear undershirts? True or false? This is number 2, so 2 dash and then your answer. Undershirts should always be worn with white or light colored dress shirts. True or false? You must be thinking. I don't see any answers popping up. All right, there's one answer. Okay. The answer is true. Gentlemen, please always wear an undershirt. Why? There's a couple of reasons. First of all, whether you're a mild sweater or a heavy sweater, it protects your shirts. So you don't have to spend as much money dry cleaning them if you wear undershirts. It preserves the quality of your shirt. Also, because it makes the fabric of your shirt look better. It looks sharper and crisper. And if there's a light color or it's white, it helps it to stand out better against your tie and your suit, which is probably a dark colored suit. So that's why you would do that. And the third reason is because if you happen to have chest hair, gentlemen, the ladies don't want to see that in the workplace or anywhere else coming through your shirt. It's just not attractive and it's not professional. So the white shirt is practical. It's also, because it preserves your wardrobe, it looks better and it's non-offensive. How's that for an answer? Okay, number 3, true or false? Remember, put your number dash your answer. Okay? And don't forget to share this. Even during the middle of the broadcast, other folks can join. So please swipe up if you have an Android, or swipe left to right if you have an iPod, and click the share button so other folks can join us. Okay, number 3, true or false? What you wear is your business and is only a reflection of you personally. Just use good judgment at work. Is that true or false? This is a question I like to ask my young professionals especially. The question again, number 3, what you wear is your business and is only a reflection of you personally. Just use good judgment at work. Is that true or false? You guys thinking about that? Okay. I'm going to give you the answer while you're thinking it through. The answer is false. It is not just your, thank you, Kenyatta. It is not just your business what you wear. You have to understand that when you're in a workplace, you represent that organization. So what you wear is a reflection of your entire organization, not just you personally. Now, there are some allowances when you work in a creative environment to express yourself, because that's sort of the expectation. And in fact, your clients will appreciate that you might be a little more quirky or something. But always follow the dress code and always put the company image before your own. You will benefit from that, trust me. Okay, number 4. Question number 4, true or false? Men's ties should fall just below the bottom of the belt buckle. Think that through. Visualize that. Again, the question number 4, put 4 dash, true or false? Men's ties should fall just below the bottom of the belt buckle. Any answers to that one? Okay, the answer is false. Men's ties should fall. um, men's ties should fall just above, slightly above the belt buckle. If it falls below the belt buckle, it's too long and it changes your entire look. So it should be above the belt buckle. Okay? All right. It's a neater, cleaner, more professional look. All right, number 5. Are you ready for this one? Having good posture, true or false? Having good posture makes you look smarter and more attractive. Is that true or false? Learn something new. Great. That's the point of this, Kenyatta. Thank you. Learn something new. Okay, so my question number 5. True or false? Having good posture makes you look smarter and more attractive. Yes, the answer is true. Did you know that there are quick fixes to making you look more attractive? That is one of them. Why is that? When you have good posture and also when you smile more, it makes you more attractive, more engaging because you look confident. And people are attracted to confident people. So good posture has a lot to do with that. It's not enough for you to stand in a great suit and slump over. It messes up the entire look. Straight lines always helps. A straight line is you sitting or standing with good posture. That's more attractive. Okay, number 6. True or false? Undergarments should be dark when outerwear is in a light color. Let's think about that. Ladies, we wear light colored pants, let's say white pants in the summer, and dark undergarments. Is that the way to do it? True or false? Gentlemen, you can answer this too, because sometimes I see gray t-shirts or undershirts under a white or light colored dress shirt. All right, so undergarments should be dark when outerwear is light in color. True or false? Not sure. False. Okay, the answer is false. False. Your undergarments should not be dark. It actually draws more attention. They should be lighter in color. Now, let me also give you some guidelines, and I'm jumping ahead on one of the other lessons I want to do with you. But undergarments should not be seen at all. No lines, no colors, no stripes, no polka dots. You shouldn't have to think about them at all. Okay? So if you're wearing a darker color underneath a lighter color, it's just like the white undershirt or the missing undershirt. Okay? It takes away from the overall look. You want the undergarments to not draw attention to themselves, but to your outer garments. Okay? And that's why you do that. You have to think about that for a second, and the next time you put some clothes on, practice that. Put the dark ones on, then put the light ones on and see the difference. You'll get it. All right. Number 7. True or false? Men, don't answer this because you might answer differently. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, true or false? Wearing stiletto heels are fine as long as the skirt hemline is appropriate. True or false? Now, I'm talking about dressing for work in a professional environment. Okay? Wearing stiletto heels are fine as long as the skirt hemline is appropriate. Now, just in case anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about when I say stilettos, actually it's a brand. It's kind of like when you say, oh, make me a Xerox copy. Really what you're saying is a photocopy. But we've all understood in the normal course of language that stiletto means the high heels, right? The really high heels. So I'm asking you, would you wear very high heels as long as your skirt hemline is appropriate? Is that true or false, that you can wear those? The answer is, did I see anyone come up yet? Maybe I missed it. If you threw your answer up there and I missed it while I was looking away, please share your answer again. I want to make sure you guys are getting this. No idea. Okay, that's fair. The answer is false. The reason being, let me read the question again, or the statement again. Wearing stiletto heels are fine as long as the skirt hemline is appropriate. Well, first of all, as a guy, I'm afraid to answer it right, Ken. What is appropriate for a hemline? I want to talk about that at another time. But generally speaking, the general rule about wearing heels to work is that they should be practical. And if these are the same pair of shoes that you would throw on for a date, ladies, it's probably not the same pair of shoes you should wear to work. The higher heels accentuates and elongates your legs. It accentuates your calves. It makes people look at your legs. Is that what you want folks to focus on in the workplace? I hope your answer is no. So the answer to that is false. Stilettos, the highest heels, are really not appropriate for a professional look. Of course not. Right. Okay, number 8. Are you still with me? And please, again, make sure that you share this. There's someone out there who doesn't know the answers to this, and it might help them before they get dressed tomorrow morning. So please swipe up if you have an Android, or left to right if you have an iPad, iPhone, etc. And click share so that other folks can join in and benefit from this. And yes, please keep the hearts coming. Let me know that you appreciate this content. Otherwise, I'm going to change it, or I'm going to say bye-bye. Okay, number 8. Wearing casual clothes can lead to slowed productivity. True or false? Does that have anything to do with your productivity? I'll ask it again. Number 8. 8- true or false? Wearing casual clothes can lead to slowed productivity. What you think? Not sure? False. Okay. Anybody else? True. Okay, very good. I got one for each. The answer is true. Wearing casual clothes can lead to slowed productivity. Guess what? I read at least 3 different surveys that stated that. This is a problem and a phenomenon that has happened over the last decade with this whole movement of casual Fridays, and then we moved away. Yes, really. Then we moved away from... Guilty of it. Yes, I'm telling you, it attaches itself to a casual mindset. Casual clothing attaches to a casual mindset. Unfortunately, we've gone awry with this casual Friday thing, and a lot of companies who are trying to engage, especially the millennials, have changed their overall dress code to a more casual format, and that is starting to backfire. They see that in the level of productivity. Why? Because it sends an unspoken message. You're more comfortable, you're more laid back. When you're more laid back, there's a level of conversation that changes to be more comfortable. I just figured that out this week. Very good. So yes, it does make an impact. So I would suggest to you, if you're a business owner, Chris, that you have your team clearly understand what business casual is, and because of your environment, it depends on what you need to do for your own dress code, but I would suggest that you give them a clear understanding of what professional dress is for your environment, for your clients, and make sure that they don't deviate from that, because it sets a standard. It sets a standard for the look, for the image, the overall brand of your company, and it sets a level of standard for productivity. So you slack on the clothes, you slack on the work. Okay. Number 9. At social events, true or false, a man can help a woman to be seated. However, everyone seats themselves in a business setting. Lots of S's in there. I'll try that again. Number 9, true or false? Boom, well said. Thanks, Ken. True or false? At social events, a man can help a woman to be seated. However, everyone seats themselves in a business setting. We're talking about in meetings, or if you're at a networking event or a business banquet, that sort of thing. A man can seat a woman at social events. However, everyone seats themselves in a business setting. The answer is true. There are some differences between business and social etiquette, and this is one of them. Another example of the difference between business and social etiquette is about handshakes or holding a door. In a business setting, what's important to know is that there is no gender bias. Everyone should be treated equally. So what that means is that a man should not be expected to hold the door for a woman, although it's common courtesy, or to pull a chair for a woman, although it is basic courtesy. However, there are times when that can be offensive. Let me give you an example. If I am president and CEO of my company and you are one of the vice presidents, and we are going into a meeting with a potential new client, and everyone comes around the boardroom table, and you go and pull my chair for me, that could, in a sense, undermine my authority. It doesn't sound like it, but again, this is something that's taken from polls, from CEOs, from HR managers. It's feedback on the unspoken language of the workplace. And so it's important to understand that there are differences between business and social etiquette. This is one of them. You don't want to draw attention to, because let me try to explain it another way. In a social environment, men are expected to lead in a lot of instances. And in a business environment, the leader is expected to lead, and that leader may be female. Does that make more sense? Let me know if that makes sense. Okay. All right, we're almost there. Are you guys getting tired? Let me know if you want more. Yes, that makes sense. Thank you. Sort of. Okay, Kenyatta. Maybe I'll come back to that and explain a little more. And maybe I should do another session on the difference between business and social etiquette. How about that? Thumbs up for that, or not sure? Some feedback on that. Part 2. Okay, I'll go for that. All right, we're almost done. Hang in there. I'm going to give you just a few more. All right, so let's see if I can read here. Number 10, true or false? If your cell phone rings while in a meeting, send it to voicemail. Then send a text to say that you'll call after the meeting. True or false? Now, you may think I'm getting off the subject, but I'm not. I'm going to come right back to the business dress, helping you get dressed for work. But we're talking overall professional image, and all of these things are related. So number 10, I'm going to ask again, true or false? Okay, I'm getting some answers here. If your cell phone rings while in a meeting, send it to voicemail, and then send a text that you'll call the person back. The answer is actually false. First of all, it's kind of a trick question, I'm sorry. You shouldn't have your phone on in a meeting. Yep, you should turn it off. Your time and your attention should be given to that meeting, so you shouldn't have to be distracted enough to go and send it to voicemail, and then to additionally take away your attention, you got me, to take away your attention from the meeting at hand by sitting there texting to say to someone, I'm in a meeting, I can't talk to you right now. So that's a faux pas. That's bad etiquette. So the good answer, best answer, is to ignore the phone because, oops, you forgot to turn it off. Okay, just hit the button so it's silent. At least you've done that. But don't respond at all. When you're not available, you're not available. One of the things that I see that happens often in this always-on society, now that we have so many ways of communicating, is we feel we have to respond. No, you don't. You don't have to respond every time. You need to respond to that which is in front of you, and that is the facilitator of the meeting. Your respect goes to that person first. Okay, number 11. It is improper to use texting abbreviations or emoticons in business emails. Is that true or false? I know it's fun. It's quirky. It depends on your relationship with the person. You're probably thinking these things, right? True or false? Okay. It is improper to use texting abbreviations and emoticons in business email. The answer is true. It is improper. Remember that business, feed is frozen. Well, I'm going to talk a little slower and hope that you can catch up because I can't tell from my side that it's frozen, but thanks for letting me know. Okay, I'm going to do that one more time, and if you don't catch it now, hopefully on the replay it's not going to be frozen. I'm not sure if it's just me. Not frozen for me. Okay, Ken, sorry, it's your screen. All right. So the answer is true. It is improper to use texting abbreviations or emoticons in business email. Remember, okay, Ken, you've jumped back on. Thanks. Remember that business emails are the same as the old-fashioned business correspondence. If you were to type a letter and send it in the mail, would you put texting abbreviations? Would you put smiley faces and other emoticons? No. If you wouldn't do it there, you wouldn't do it on email. It's just a faster delivery service of your business communication. That's what a business email is. That's what it's intended for. So texting, which is a different format, and it's a lot more casual, which speaks to the level of your relationship with the person, whether you're texting them or not, is very different. So those things have no place in a business email. All right. I think I'm going to stop there because some of the others are going into different areas, and I'm going to save them for our next session. So what I want to do is, actually, let me just make a note of the last one that I did. And by the way, if you watch this on a replay and you would like to share your answers, please feel free to share them to my Facebook page, okay? Because what I'm going to do is those who participate, who are brave enough to give their answers on my quizzes, at the end of the week, I'm going to put you into a contest. How about that? So the contest is for you to share some private time with me on either Periscope or Skype, and we'll do a smaller session. Yeah, cool. How's that? Okay, so if you stick with me all week, I'm going to try to do at least 3 more broadcasts, if not 4 at least. And I'll have a quiz, and you answer the quiz. I'm going to be able to capture those who are live as well. But if you miss it and you watch it on the replay, then please give your answers on Facebook. You can find me there at Professional Manner. Okay? And then I will pick those who had their answers right and put you into a spreadsheet that I'm going to collect over some time, okay, so that we can build this. And then I will announce when I'm going to draw the names for the contest, and then we'll go from there, okay? So hope that sounds fun. All right, so tonight's session is about getting dressed for work. Okay, so what I want to do is, and that was just, by the way, an introduction to what professional image is. And let me go back for those of you who may be just joining. I am Michelle Powell. I am founder and CEO of Professional Manner, which provides training in business etiquette specifically, but I do address etiquette for social life as well. My goal and my purpose is to help people to improve the way they present themselves in the workplace so that they can improve their business relationships. So whether you are a manager, you are an entrepreneur, you work for yourself, or you are a brand new young professional in the work environment, etiquette is something that you need to know, to understand, to practice, to make a part of your personal makeup and your brand. And so my point is to help people understand how etiquette gives you an advantage in business. And some of the subjects that I cover is professional dress and your overall personal presentation, as well as understanding business formalities and protocols, business entertaining. There's some do's and don'ts with that. Traveling abroad or traveling for business, especially with colleagues. How do you conduct business over a meal? And yes, I do talk about dining etiquette. So those are all the things that you can find from Professional Manner. If you're interested in more information about that, please find me on my website, professionalmanner.com, or on Facebook, Professional Manner. And of course on Twitter, I give tips there as well. And I give links to my regular articles that I have online. So you can follow me at ProManner. So that's for Periscope and for Twitter. So, not to keep you guys too long tonight, what I'm going to do, again, I'm going through this workbook that I prepared for another group on professional image management and the look of success. I'm getting to the point where my throat is getting dry. Please excuse this. Okay. That's live for you, right? Okay. So we are going to talk about your professional dress and getting ready for work tomorrow. Here's a couple of basic things that I think everyone should pay attention to. Now, let me also say, this may sound like common sense. However, if you're not thinking about it, you're going to miss it. And that's the great thing that I love about etiquette, is that once you learn something, you have immediate takeaways. It's not everything is that difficult that you have to practice. Some things are quick points of information that you can immediately change. Kenyatta, you jumped back on. I'm guessing that it froze for you, but I'm glad you're back. Okay, so here's the litmus test. I'm going to start with that tonight. Okay, what should I wear? If you're thinking about your professional image and am I appropriately dressed for my work environment, and I hope that you are thinking about this, because periodically you need to check yourself. Sometimes we all get comfortable in our environment and we start slacking, we start changing things. But it's really important that you have a consistent personal brand and that you consistently represent your business brand. And so that's why we're talking about this subject. So here are some questions that you should ask yourself when you're considering, should I wear this? Now, I would say, first of all, if you're looking at something to put on and you ask that question, should I wear this? Maybe not. All right. The first thing you need to consider is, what is your business environment and what is the message of the work that you do? So, for example, if you're in a formal or typical industry of, say, banking or a corporate environment, or somewhere where people expect you to be professional, there's a certain look or dress. Men, typically we think about suits and ties, and for ladies even a business suit or a pantsuit or skirts. However, when you're adding on accessories and other things, a couple of questions you need to ask yourself is, would I wear this to a wedding? That's one question. What do you think about suits without ties? Yes, you can wear suits without ties. I would say that what that looks like is basically just you have the suit jacket, the matching suit pants, you have a crisp white shirt or other colored shirt with the undershirt, remember, and then the collar is open. You don't wear a buttoned up dress shirt without a tie. Okay, so it should be open, not all the way down low, but it should be open at least the first button. That is still a professional look. Something else that I would say about professional dress is that you should always be ready for that professional look so you can dress up. I feel so restricted with a tie, it always gets in the way. Yes, so you can opt not to wear a tie and still have a professional look. What makes it professional is the straight lines that it creates when you have on a suit jacket. Now, you can also wear a sports jacket, sports coat. That's business casual. So, but it's still professional. So let me do this. Since you asked the question, let me define for you, or give you a couple of definitions, so that we have a working vocabulary here. Professional dress includes anything that you would appropriately wear to work. Okay, so formal business dress and business casual are the subcategories of that, if you will. Formal business dress for a man is a suit and tie. Okay, formal business dress for a woman is also a suit. Okay, whether it's with a skirt or it's with pants. That's formal business dress. Now, business casual would be anything that is a step down from that. Gotta hop off. Okay, awesome. Please watch the replay for the rest, Kenyatta. Thanks and good night. Okay, so then business casual is a step down from that. And I think what I'm going to do is, in the future, this week, I'm going to share some images, because I think that pictures speak louder than words. And you'll get the point when I show you different images on what business casual is. So Ken, Don't think that you have to wear a tie to be professional. No, you do not. But the jacket, yes. That's what makes it step up. Okay, if that makes sense, and hopefully that's helpful to you. Okay, so the question at hand was, should I wear that? What's the litmus test for that? So, if you would wear that same something, and I'm talking to ladies on this point because we like to really dress up when it comes to weddings. If you would wear that to a wedding, it's probably too much for work. Okay? If you would wear that on a romantic date, it's probably too much for work. If you would wear it on a Sunday afternoon or a Saturday afternoon with your friends to lunch before going to the movies, it's probably too casual for work. And also, if you would wear it while traveling, because we wear comfortable clothes when we're traveling, it's probably too informal for work. The other things that you can ask yourself, or let me put it this way, if you have to ask yourself one of these questions, you probably should not wear that. If you look at something, you say, does this match? If you have to look at it too long and think about it too hard, you probably want to try something else. All right? If it is a question of, is this too tight? Ladies, we like to do this to ourselves, don't we? Is this too tight? The answer is probably yes. If you have to think about that, you probably shouldn't wear that. And another question you might ask is, can I get away with this? That's a telltale sign. You need to put that back in the closet. If you're trying to get away with something, you're not professionally dressing yourself. Okay, let me also make another point on for ladies. I'm going to pick on us for just a minute because we have the most difficulty, I think, in professional dress because we have so much variety. Men, you can put on a pair of slacks, you can throw on a jacket, nice dress shirt, or a polo, and you're good. For ladies, we have so much color, we have tops that are cut in different styles and all sorts of things that make it confusing, and because we're so emotionally drawn to what we wear and how it makes us feel, sometimes we pick the wrong things. Let me give you a couple of quick tips on that too. Ladies, the first thing that I would say is the most attractive that you can be is to wear the size you are and not the size you want to be. Okay? That makes a big difference for so many reasons. Oh, wow, I see something glitching. I hope I'm not frozen again. I saw some weird thing happen on my screen. Okay, so what I'm saying to you ladies is, for example, if you're trying to squeeze into a size 10 when really you are a 14, blazer and jeans are my comfort zone for work. No, you're good. Okay. Blazer and jeans can be a very good business casual look. And if it fits your clientele and it fits your business environment, go for it. But I would say the caution on wearing jeans is preferably they would be dark denim, not with the washed or faded, shaded areas or faded areas, I should say, that accentuate certain parts. Sometimes they're in the crotch, sometimes they're on the bottom, sometimes they're on the legs. Those kinds of jeans are for playtime. If you're going to wear denim, wear dark denim so it looks like darker dress pants. And they should have no holes and rips and all the little faddish things, cutesy things we like to do for the weekend. So clean cut, and they should not be the hip hugger types either. So make sure that they fit on your waist like a pair of regular slacks would. Dark denim and a blazer is great. That's good business casual. You can do that. Okay, so again, ladies, please wear the size you are and not the size you want to be. That is practical sense as well. I know it's hard because you're emotionally attached to, I don't want to be a size 14, but if you are, you are. Own that for now and wear that size. Why? Because it's going to fit you better. You're not going to be uncomfortable because you've squeezed yourself into something that's too tight, and then you get to work and you can't wait to unbutton when you get to your desk, or you can't wait to kick off those shoes because they're just too tight. So don't create discomfort for yourself because it affects your mood And it also affects your productivity because, for example, if you've kicked off those shoes because they're killing your feet and you've got to go across the way somewhere to make copies or to talk to someone or pick up something, you're going to make a judgment call and you're going to say, do I want to put those shoes back on? No, not really. I'll save that for later. Oh, I'll just pick up the phone and call them when you need to have a face-to-face meeting. You may think it's unrelated, but honestly, if you're honest with yourself, you know that you make adjustments because you don't feel like putting those shoes back on. Okay. So, generally speaking, when you're looking at your wardrobe and you have to ask yourself certain questions and you're not sure, here's my motto. When in doubt, leave it out. How's that? All right? I'm going to wrap this up for tonight. I don't want to hold you too late. Those of you who are watching from the East Coast, I know it's getting late and you should be going to bed to prepare for work. And those who are listening from around the world, thank you very much. This is Michelle Powell, again with Professional Manner of Washington. We provide training in etiquette for business and for social life. You can find us at professionalmanner.com. On Twitter, I am at ProManner. And if you like these sessions, thank you, Ken. If you like these sessions, please share, and send the hearts. I really appreciate that. So, tomorrow I will be back with some more tips on professional image management. And don't forget, I'm trying to create for Fridays our session on STDs in the workplace. It's not what you think. If you didn't tune into my very first broadcast, we were talking about that. And let me just tell you quickly what that is so you don't go away thinking something weird. STDs in the workplace. I have collected over the years that I have been consulting a number of scenarios, different dilemmas that people have. And we all understand at this point what a toxic relationship can be. People who are just very negative, who create bad karma around you, who are just difficult to deal with. Well, sometimes it's not just a person. It might be a situation that is difficult, that is toxic, and it creates a dilemma for you. So those are what I call, and it's not proper English to say, but my catchphrase is situational toxic dilemmas, otherwise known as STDs. So on Fridays, we're going to talk about STDs in the workplace. What are your situational toxic dilemmas? And I want to help you solve them. So with etiquette, all right, with diplomacy. So those are Fridays. This week, we're talking about professional image management. I hope you will tune in. Please share with your friends. And like me on Facebook, Professional Manner, and follow me on Twitter at ProManner. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a good night.